prophets were, we can say, like William Blake was a prophet, alright. He was a seer. He saw this future. He mentioned everything that was going to happen to Sahaja Yoga, no doubt. I don't know how many are aware of it. Most of them thought he was a lunatic. They couldn't believe him. When he talked about all these things, that Jerusalem is going to be established in England's pasture land. Nobody could believe this, it must be mad. But time has come. The Jerusalem is to be established. There's a special thing about England. And he saw that 100 years back, clearly the whole picture. But nobody understood him. He was a prophet. Nobody understood him what he said. Those who understood also had an academic sort of an interest in it. And some did feel that there may be some sort of a truth in what he has said and described. So you are more than a prophet in a way, that you are not interested in seeing the future, but you come in the present. What they describe, the future for them, which they did not enjoy, is your present. And that you become the master yourself. All these great prophets had a big problem. I had a discussion with an ambassador recently who is a very learned man from India. And he was telling me that the biggest problem was that with rationality, with explanations, how far can we go? Supposing you say there is all-pervading power. They said, how are we to believe? It's all cock and bull story. Prove it to us. By argument, of course, you cannot prove it. But for experiencing also, you cannot prove it. So they used to give up. Like Adi Shankaracharya, at a point he reached, he wrote about Viveka Chudamani and all these treatises, and then he gave up. And he started describing the mother. He said, I give up. That's all. And they said that he went soft in his head, because he couldn't go ahead with his philosophies and started praising the mother. He said, what's wrong? But we have to now prove the existence of God. We have to prove the existence of this all-pervading power. We have to prove the existence of that spirit within you. It is to be proved. It is to be actualized. So arguments will stop. With arguments, one cannot achieve it. With blind faith, one cannot achieve it. Rationality cannot take it there, or this emotional adherence will not take you there. Its actualization is the happening that really makes you that. The reality that is actually expressing within your central nervous system. That is the one is going to convince. But it is not for conviction. For example, if you are not convinced, the divine is not interested. Like these people were saying, whether by putting up posters, at least people know about you, that you are there. I said, that's all. That's all. You have told them, you have passed the message. Now, if they come, well and good. That's our job, is to inform. If they come, if they get realization, well and good. If they establish themselves, even better. We'll work hard for that. But we cannot force it. We cannot force it. We cannot have any artificial ways of impressing you. Like we cannot carry a circus. You have to have a sensitivity of your own to understand the importance, and your own pure intelligence must tell you that this is the thing. Otherwise, we cannot fall at your feet and say, oh, please. We cannot implore. Neither can we cross your freedom that is given to you. It's in your own freedom and in its own glory that you have to ascend. Because you are epitome You are the epitome of this creation. Nobody can force you to. If you want to go to hell, alright, take 2 running jumps and you can go down. If you want to go to heaven, that's also possible. So the time we are here, we do not realize how precarious they are, how vital, and the most important times for which we have been waiting. The most important moment in the life of creation is today, when people are seeking and Sahaja Yoga is manifesting on a mass scale. This is such a fortunate thing that you are seekers of ages gathered here, and that Sahaja Yoga has come to you as a blessing of the divine, because divine itself is anxious to manifest. But people who come to me are of different levels. Some are mediocres, some are absolutely base. Those who are absolutely base will say, Mother, what about my job? I have applied for it. Or maybe something little better. Or some people can say, Mother, I am not well, is that? Alright, that also can be done. But those who are of a very high quality, whatever may be their problems, whatever they have done so-called sins, is all forgiven completely. Believe, not to feel guilty at all. In Sahaja Yoga, the first mantra one has to say, Mother, I am not guilty, 3 times at least. So one has to understand that you are ready for it, you are glorified for it, and you have to get it. You don't have to say, what have I done? I have had so many mistakes on my account. Nothing of the kind. I am here like a banker. I have to cash your checks and you will get it. No doubt. You don't know how much money you have in the bank, do you? I know it. So you don't judge yourself. You leave it to me to judge. It's my judgment. And then when it happens, if you have pure intelligence, you will understand this is what it is. And you have to settle down with it. Of course, you can't pay for it. I mean, it's all absurd ideas. We can pay for it. How long we have to say it. There should be an organization. We have no organization. You know it very well. We cannot organize God. We cannot organize these things. We don't even have membership. Nothing of the kind. Of course, we keep your list, because if we have any programs, we inform you. That's a different thing. Moreover, in Sahaja Yoga, everybody is not exposed to the complete thing. Is not exposed. First, they are given realization, then they are weighed, how far they are. Then gradually, when they grow up, they receive higher truths. Because sometimes they can be shocked. It's not easy to bear the truth. Sometimes it's very difficult. Like I told them once that there is no difference between what Christ has taught and what Krishna has said. On the contrary, Krishna said that you cannot be destroyed. The spirit cannot be destroyed by anything, and that was proved by Christ.